What's happening?
Not a damn thing.
Yes, sir. Man, y'all know this your boy Darren Devine. This the happening. We tapping in today. I got my dog Jay Walker with me. Some know him as Johnathan Wilson. This is his son, Michael Wilson.
Yep.
I want to say something to the people.
Go ahead, Micah. Speak up.
I don't got nothing on my mind right now. You go first.
Oh yeah. All right. This is Johnathan, Jay Walker. I don't know. We here to make it happen. You know. I don't know what the subject is today, but we're here to touch y'all's minds and like open up your minds also. Touch them and open them up and see what you got. You know. Daryl, what we talking about today?
Trusting the process.
Trusting the process. Well, the process is first, in my mind, that the process has to be believed before you trust it. If you don't believe in it, then you can't trust it. And in my story, I was pretty much, I had to trust it. Like I had to bet on myself. And if you don't trust the process, then you won't go further. You'll sit in your own little world and you'll wonder why nothing happens. And I trusted the process from get-go, because when you bet on yourself and you think that you have it, you do have it, but you also got to have faith in yourself. And if you don't have faith in yourself, trusting the process, all three words ain't gonna work for you. You know, you have to be able to see past your situation. And if you're not seeing past your situation and speaking light into darkness and speaking light into whatever darkness you're in, because everybody comes from darkness into light. I came from darkness into light. And with that being said, is my situation at hand now, 5 years ago, almost 6, I did not see myself where I'm at today, but I envisioned myself where I'm at today. And with that vision, I had to trust everything that was in front of me. And if I didn't trust what was in front of me and do what was in front of me, then I'm back at square one. And not being able to take the first step. And to start it off though, like I had, this is how I trusted the process. I had, my work was slow. I was 3 weeks out of work in sober living. And, you know, it just, I didn't have much going on, you know, and with speaking about trusting the process, I had to actually dig deep down and really, it's like, what you going to do? What's the part? Like, and I was trying to sell weed in sober living, you know, and God gave me the perspective. I was doing a job at a lake one night, and he told me, yeah, you can have the weed, or you can have what you like to do for a living. You can have either one. But you got to pick which one you're going to pick. So I picked my carpentry skill. And I picked that, and from that day forward, I quit selling weed, quit fucking with all the bullshit that I didn't need to fuck with. And I trusted the process that he pretty much told me through the lake, viewing the lake, like, I can give you what you want, but you got to trust the process. And that really, like, it hit me. And from that day forward, I was working for somebody. And sooner or later, he didn't have no work. And all of a sudden, I was talking to my girl. She pretty much laid it out for me, and pretty much told me, look, you could do this, and we pretty much, she gave me the hook to get insurance and workman's comp, and I had $2,000 in the bank, and it cost $1,500 to get my workman's comp and insurance, and didn't have a job, didn't have a contractor, didn't have nothing. Barely had a skill saw and a tool bag and a Trailblazer in sober living. And I took my $1,500, had $500 left with rent due, and bought my workman's comp and insurance. And from that day forward, I trusted the process. And it came out. I'm a homeowner, business owner for 5 years. They say once you start a business, if you make it through the first 5 years, you've actually did a lot more than 90% of people that open up a business. So I'm living proof. If you want something in life, you have to trust the process. And you also have to have acceptance. You have to accept your vulnerability. You have to accept your woes, your foes. You have to accept everything that's going on around you. And if you don't accept everything that's going on around you, there's no way to accept what's coming to you.
Go a little more in depth with that.
Huh?
Go a little more in depth with that. You said accepting everything that's coming to you.
Yeah.
Like, kind of give some descriptions of what that actually looks like, because we, as humans, I feel like we all have things that come at us, and people view things coming at you in different ways. So kind of just put a light on the perspective of it.
Acceptance, you have to accept who you are, that you look in the mirror, and are you accepting that person in the mirror?
That's good.
You heard me? And if you're not accepting that person in the mirror, because that's where it all starts. If you don't accept the person in the mirror, then there ain't nothing else outside of that you can accept. And it's a hard pill to swallow. You're a junkie. You're a piece of shit. You done did shit to your son. You done did shit to your mama. You done did shit to everybody. And you got to accept every little fucking flaw you done did to yourself and to your family. And once you accept it and take it in and swallow it, now you can move forward because that's behind you.
Let me add something in there. Also accepting what you did to yourself.
Right. Yeah. Right.
With that.
Yeah.
That's a big part.
That's the mirror part.
Yeah.
That's the mirror part.
Yeah. Speak on it though. Keep flowing.
Yeah, but you just gotta once you accept all your flaws and your pretty much accept your pros and your cons about yourself. And once you accept yourself for who you are today and who you was then, you got to accept that person too. Because that person is the one that got you where you at. Yeah. Looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know? So it's really self-awareness, everything. Because once you gain the acceptance, now you can receive. You know what I mean? You can receive whatever's coming to you because you're not blocking it by, I'm not good enough. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a junkie. I'm this. I'm that. And speaking all the negativity in your life. And you just gotta move forward, because without acceptance, there's no moving forward. And with that being said, after acceptance comes deliverance. You got to deliver yourself also from the bullshit that you done did. You got to deliver. You got to tell yourself, look, I'm done with that. I'm good. I'm on to the next step. And then got a train of thought right now. But yeah, yeah, you just got to accept all your flaws, and to be able to move forward, you have to keep accepting.
So let me ask you this, balance, because we got similar stories. For you, how was it battling through the emotional process of it?
The emotional process, pretty much dealing with emotions get you wrapped up. It gets you wrapped up in a way of you'll make decisions off emotions. And when you make decisions off emotions, you can make the wrong decision, and you can make the right decision, but you can make the right decision based off emotion and not facts. Facts is what we have to deal with in life. When you look in the mirror, that's who you are, facts. And you have to bring it to the facts and take your emotions away, because we make decisions off emotions from certain situations that come to us. You know, you gotta separate the two, because the two don't go hand in hand. Yes, we all have emotions. Yes, we all are feeling beings. And when you get sober, like I was, all your emotions are crowding on you, because when you get high, you lose all feeling.
Yes, sir.
And then your emotions come back. Now, that's why you have to separate emotion from feelings, because of the fact that you've been getting high so long. What you gonna do? You ain't felt all the felt. You've been covering with dope. And now all these past feelings from when you was a little kid, when you was a little boy, even when you was a grown man, all them feelings and emotions are coming back to you. And that's where it goes back to acceptance. You have to accept the way you feel about a certain situation, so you can move through the facts of the situations. Accept how you feel about it, but don't react how you feel about it. Use the facts over here, and the emotions stay over here, where you ain't basing your decision off the emotion.
That's good. That's good. Michael? Trust in the process. What does it look like? Like, what's your process look like?
Trusting what God got for you, and just every day strive to be better and learn something new. Consistency builds. It might look small each and every day, but when you add it up, it becomes something way bigger than what you did that day.
Okay. So let me ask you this. We're gonna dive a little deeper. Do you remember the process from the transition from your father not being there and then your father being present?
Do I remember the process?
Like just kind of where you was at mentally going through that process.
Yeah. I was younger, so I didn't really have the mindset, and I didn't know that much.
Yeah.
About the situation really, and I just left all glory to God.
You kind of blocked it out and just left it to God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Your father coming back, did it add value to your life? You feel? Mm-hmm. Elaborate on what that value looks like.
It made me a lot more happy. I didn't like where I was at whenever he wasn't there, and it just added value in my life in a whole bunch of different ways besides just happiness, I guess you could say. Just felt like a whole, yeah.
Okay, keep going.
I felt like a whole better person, really. Just in the environment I was around when he wasn't there was just, it's not the same as it is now.
Explain your environment. Like use it in words. Use your words to explain the environment.
It just wasn't.
Like express it in the words. Express it in words.
Detail, yeah.
Descriptive.
As best as you can.
The environment was just
chaotic. Not loving. Like express how you feel. This is where it's at. That's what we getting it off our chest. Like express how you feel.
It was loving. I mean, I just wasn't happy being there.
What made you unhappy? Like, go into that. Start there.
I was just unhappy with the situation, I guess. Not having my dad there made me unhappy. just I was moving place to place in a whole new state. Didn't really know nobody. I didn't like my mama's boyfriend. And
So you could say you felt isolated and alone.
a little bit.
Okay. Transitioning now, you don't feel lonely no more?
Mm-mm.
Okay. How you feel now?
Much better. I know I got somebody that's there.
Okay, we tapping in. How that make you feel, Jay? Hearing that.
Made me cry.
Yeah.
Made me cry.
It's making me cry.
Shit. But it's real though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I was a fuck up, you know? And for me to go from where I was to where I'm at now it's a blessing. And it's a blessing, but also God's not gonna put something in front of you and just give it to you. Like you have to work for it.
Yeah.
There ain't no fucking thing in the world that you're just gonna get handed to. And there was a time I was in sober living and I thought I was a month and a half sober. I can go get my child. No, they would not let me go get my child. And I felt some type of way about it because I acted off of emotion.
Yeah.
Then we come back to that. Because I thought I was able, like, oh no, I done showed them I'm a month and a half sober. But at the same time, my trust ain't even, here we go back to trust. My trust ain't even made my trust yet. I'm a month and a half. That ain't shit, you know? So, going back to that, I was stuck because I couldn't bring my kid to go get him some fireworks. And I did not even get to go see him just because I was stuck in my emotions. And I didn't trust the process that they was giving me.
Okay. So there's many processes that we.
There's so many processes because
Yeah.
you have to look at the situation, and that's why we go back to your emotion part. I was in emotions, and I'm like, if I can't go, then I ain't going. If I can't go get him, then I ain't going.
Yeah.
And that's when I made a decision off emotion.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at the facts of the situation. The facts of the situation was I was going to be able to see my son regardless if I went and picked him up to bring him. I could have still went, but my emotions got in the way. But that was early on in my sobriety, and I wasn't in tune with that part of getting sober. But yeah, it's real. Like you have to. It takes time though, bro, and you have to be in tune with yourself, and you have to learn from what you did. And as soon as I hung the phone up, I already knew I fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, so I sat down there and I meditated on the whole issue, and I realized that you jumped the gun.
Yeah.
You jumped the gun and didn't do your fucking thing like you were supposed to. God put the visitation there for me, but it wasn't on my terms. It was on their terms, and my emotions got the best of me, and I didn't even get to see him.
Yeah.
So and you have to really, really, really be at peace with your emotions. Like you can't let them. You have to, even if you got to step back away from the situation and calm yourself down and be like, hold up, my mouth can get me in trouble. Let me collect my thoughts and separate the two, and then make you a decision off of facts instead of emotions.
So truly trusting the process can look like living life on life terms.
Living life on life terms.
Yep. And it can give you the understanding of those terms.
Yes.
By trusting the process.
Yep.
Yeah. I can dig that. I can dig that. So, jump in a little deeper.
Yeah.
We here. We just 19 minutes in, man.
Yeah.
We here as long as we choose to be here.
What you want to talk about, Micah?
Let the topic flow tonight. Me personally, I'm enjoying seeing the chemistry father and son, the bill. I was there in the beginning. I'm still there. divine relationships. So for me to be able to watch that process and watch him trust that process, watch him not understand that process and gravitate to that process, that now is being put in place for him, is therapeutic in so many ways. Because I came from that. Like my father wasn't there. Like he was there, but it was an episode when it was like he just disappeared. Right. And it's like, okay, I got to figure this out. I have to trust my process. Me and my father currently now have a relationship that we didn't rebuild. We can get on the phone and talk for hours, even though we're in two different states. But it still was a process. So to be able to see this and see it nurtured at that age is very therapeutic for me. It's making me go through my mental database and see if there's any unresolved trauma there that I haven't touched by processing this. Even hearing your testimony from where you were and where you're at, like, and you started that journey before me. I started mine after you of rehabilitation, and with that, it's been a process. And I check myself. I have to always check my emotions and understand. And you're a reminder of that, because it's like I'll get down on myself currently where I'm at. It's not where I want to be. I want to be doing more. I want to be this. But then I look at you, who's 4 years ahead of me on the journey. Right. And then I have to turn in and respect my process. Like,
accept everything that's going on around. Even though it ain't where you want to be at. Like, there was places where I had to get a job building fences, and I'm a trim carpenter. I thought I knew how to build fences, but that was the ego, me thinking I knew everything when I was a dope head. I thought I knew it all, but really, in all actuality, I didn't. I got a fucking fence job. I even got the fucking partner that brought me to the job too. And that's how it is when you walk into a place and you walk into it and you feel like you control the situation. That is what we're talking about here. Ooh. Control the situation that you're in. Don't walk into there like timidly. Always be bold in what you do, and then you make them work around what you want to do. Because he wasn't looking for a job when we got there, but when I walked into that building, we sat down and I'm like, yeah, this what it is, and that's what it was. Yeah, you know. So I trusted the process. Like, everything happened so fast for me. Like when I got down on my knees and prayed God, asked Him to relieve me of my dope headness and relieve me of where I was at. I made a phone call, and 45 minutes later, I put the stuff in the dude's truck. He didn't know where he was bringing me. I didn't know where I was going. 45 minutes later, I had a phone call. Said, look, you're going to get in the sober living. Go here. Left there. Went to the sober living. Went to go get my mama's shit. And on the way to go get my stuff from my mama's, they had a help wanted sign. Build fences. Bam, there you go. Walked in this thing. They said, come back in about 30 minutes. Went back. Walked in there. And got me and the dude a job. I actually told them I knew how to build fences and didn't know how to build fences. And they believed me. Yeah. So if you trust in yourself and believe in yourself, it don't matter what the fuck you know. Yeah. Because long as you uphold the situation, they going to give you a chance. Yeah. It's up to you to figure it out. Yeah. And if you given the chance, why not bust your ass to figure it out?
Yeah, and it's easier now because you have the internet. You can go Google.
Yeah, you can Google everything.
Watch a whole video on how to build a fence.
At night, instead of scrolling through your phone, you could be watching.
Yeah, equipping yourself with the tools and
I didn't do that then.
Right,
but I trusted the process.
Yeah,
I trusted my knowledge in carpentry. Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and needless to say, I got fired from that job. I told myself I was going to be there a year. Stay true to yourself and stay true to what you're going to do, and put a plan down and be true to yourself when you do it. Well, I was going to be there for a year, and it was 9 months I was there. I had 3 months left. Well, I fucked the fence up, and the owner got mad at me, and I told him, I was like, but you ain't tell me there was a top or bottom. Like, it's both our fault. It ain't just my fault. You part of it. Yeah. And maybe I shouldn't have went head to him, but there was a job offer for me. Yeah. On the other end to do my trim carpentry skill. Yeah. And I didn't know how to react in the situation because I told myself I was going to be there a year. But you know what? God fired me. He didn't fire me. God fired me. He put me out of that situation so I can go into the next situation. And that was trusting the process. I didn't even have to make that decision. That decision was made for me. Mm-hmm. And then went over there and got that job. Got the next job, what I wanted to do. And then it trickled, you know? And that's when it fell. I worked for them for like 8 months. And then then I was out of work. And then it came back to where, look, you got to bet on yourself. If you don't bet on yourself, like, you have to bet on yourself. Because if you don't bet on yourself, ain't nobody else going to bet on you. Yeah. Yeah. Some people will. Some people will, but you got to believe in yourself and trust in the process for yourself. So, ain't nobody else out here going to fucking do it but you.
So let's tap in a little deeper. Let's tap into your entrepreneurship journey.
All right.
Like starting it and that process. Like give us some of those layers. How many years you in?
5 years and 3 months. No, 5 years and 4. No, 5 years and let's see. 5 years and 7 months. No, 5 years and 8 months. Okay. 5 years and 9 months right now.
Okay. And what's the name of your business?
Name of my business is Jay's Custom Trim and Remodeling.
Okay. So what all you do? Break that down for us first.
We do pretty much high end custom trim and custom trim. Doors, baseboard, closet installs, wainscoting, coffered ceilings, pretty much you name it, we can do it. Like a little bit of framing. We did fencing. Like for this first start, I did fencing. I climbed under houses. Like whatever you got, I'm coming to do.
Yeah, my mama got a nice fence too. It was done by Jay's Custom.
Yeah, sure was. That's one of the first jobs. I was kind of nervous about it, but hey.
Yeah, and
he looked out.
It came out beautiful though.
Yeah,
and it's still standing.
And it's still standing. Yep.
We done had storms and everything.
Right.
Still right.
So
yeah,
good stuff.
Glory to God.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, keep okay. So that's what you do. So yeah, just kind of give us that journey now. Walking through that in that process.
And the journey was really just like when I bought my workers' comp insurance. I didn't have a contractor. Not even a job, like
tools, nothing.
I had just the bare minimum, a skill saw and a tool bag. Yeah. And when it all came down, like I bought my workers' comp insurance, and next thing you know, my old boss man called me. He told me, call him when you get your workers' comp insurance. So I called him right when I got it. And next thing you know, 4 days later, he called me. And he's like, man, I got a job for you, bro. I'm like, what you got? Well, this how good God worked, and this how good it is to bet on yourself. I got a job within 4 days of spending that money. I made $1,500 in 4 hours and put that money right back in my account and moved forward. And they had a guy that said he knew how to do sheetrock that on that job. And with dealing with business, when you go into business and you go into business for yourself, you better be ready to do anything and everything and not give up when you put into a position. Even if you don't know how to do it, you have to figure it out. Like I had to spray texture the whole fucking job, and I ain't never done it before. Mm-hmm. But you know what? That lady is still my customer today, and I never did spray foam texture, never in my life. And that lady is still my customer today. That's my second mama. She called me mom. She makes me call her mama.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just you gotta believe. Like there was so many no's, like no, you ain't no. Like in my trade, all the people are already set with the contractors. They already got their 15-year-old trim carpenter. But
ooh, so it's hard getting in them doors.
Oh, it's so hard. Like they don't even realize. Like people see me now and be like, it's so hard to get into a position because so many people are already in position. But you can't take no for an answer. You're going to get a no over here. You're going to get a no over here. You might get 10 no's, but that one yes going to put you in the door. But you got to keep walking through them doors.
Yes, sir.
You got to keep walking through them doors because a no can deter you if you don't trust the process. If you don't believe in what you want. If you want it bad enough, you're going to get it. And you ain't going to take no for an answer.
Okay.
You know? Like that's with entrepreneurship. And at the same time, right now to this day, I just had a Zoom meeting and we have other endeavors at hand. I'm not going to speak on it right this minute, but yeah, there's another pot boiling over here. So, I mean, you have to really trust the process. The process might be slower than you think, but like this other pot that's boiling right now, it's simmering. It ain't even boiling yet, but it's almost there. And I'm trusting the process. The Zoom meeting today pretty much told me I ain't got enough funds I ain't got enough money. And even if we getting a loan, I still ain't got enough money. So they pretty much coaching us, telling us what we need to do, how we need to do this. And I'm going to trust the process. You're not going to tell me I ain't got enough money. I got enough money. Yeah. Even if I ain't got enough money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the road is already set. You just got to put one foot in front of the other and make it happen. And don't let a no or a Zoom meeting like today. Yeah, it was kind of like, well, really, we're in a sticky situation. Your gross is not where we want it to be. And this is from the corporate saying that this, like, yeah. But at the same time, like, all right, you just told me I need to do this, this, and this. So there's another process.
Yeah.
So I need to do this, and this.
Yeah. And we're going to revisit.
it.
Yeah.
So.
But it ain't no stop.
That don't mean it's a no.
Yeah.
It might be a.
Hold up.
Like, it might be it might deter you, but then that's when you can't get into your emotions. That's when you deal with the facts of the situation. The facts of the situation is she's helping us out to do this. She's telling us all this. She did the Zoom meeting, so when executives get in there, they're not rushing us with blind questions.
Yeah.
So you use everything and just, you don't sit there and think it's not going to happen, even if there's a negative situation. Because we have to have a negative and a positive. Mm-hmm. If we don't have either one, you can't start your car without the fucking negative and positive battery part of it. So people think all is negative. Yeah, the negative's coming because the positive is coming right behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to have both of them to even crank your car.
Yeah.
So the negatives are going to come, but the positives are going to come with it and combine it and make it a fucking starter.
Yeah.
You know? So you just gotta know what you want and stick to what you want. And not, well, I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to do this full force. You can dip and dabble, but you have to be
grounded.
Have to be grounded. Like, that light ain't going to work unless that bitch got a ground on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to have a ground wire. You know what I mean? So you just got to be grounded in what you want in life and what you want to do and make it happen, you know?
All right, check this out. Since we went there, all right, Micah, just hearing your dad speak from an entrepreneur standpoint, it's like, we know you're 15, but have you set your mind in a direction that you want to go yet?
As of work?
Just
anything
in general. Like, is it a certain thing that you love to do, or you like to do, or things you're considering doing? You can tap dance around all of that if you want to.
There's not something I really want to do that as far as as a career choice, but there's a lot of different things that I want to do. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of different things I want to do out there, but there's nothing that I'm stricken to as a career. I don't really have a doctor, a lawyer, nothing like that really acquires my interest.
Yeah.
But what does acquire your interest? Like, what makes you, what's your interest into going further? Because you're 15 right now. You got 3 years till you're an adult. Like, we're not putting you on the spot right now. We just want to see. We're picking your mind. You need to be picking your mind also to what you want to do, how you want to do it. You know what I mean? Just it don't even have to be solid. It can be a suggestion of what you want to do. You know? Because
this is the thing, the happening, it's perspective conversations. So
Yeah.
it's from your perspective. So just give your perspective as authentically as you can, because it's your perspective.
Nobody can tell you what you want to do. Only you can tell me, I want to try this. I want to try that. I want to try this. Being young and being around certain people, you need to start diving off into it. That way you get a little insight on what you want to do. Like, do you want to game? You could be a professional gamer. You could be a coder. You like computers, you could be a coder, you could do all kind of shit.
Yeah, the sky the limit, so
You
push
know?
it. But as far as you pushes your brain, that's the furthest it's gonna go.
Yeah, if you don't push your brain where it's gonna go, and you just stuck, I don't know what I want to do. Well, being stuck here saying I don't know, that means there's no growth in mind expansion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Expand your mind, and I don't give a fuck if you tell yourself, I won't be a fucking track star. I won't be a football. You give yourself options, and that's what's wrong with people. They don't give themselves options. You got to give yourself options. That way, you're actually having options. And then there's a no option book also.
Yeah, that's another podcast.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's a whole other podcast.
You know?
But yeah, really want to hear you speak more, man. Kind of cultivate your voice, talk,
Yeah.
hear the sound.
Yeah, man. You might have some females. You might have some females out there who might want to holler at you, bro. You know?
I don't know. I got a lot more.
It's us, bro. You ain't on the spot, dog.
I got a lot more looking into it to do, but work on my dad is always there, so I'm probably gonna go into that. I want to look into wholesaling houses.
There you go.
I don't really know anything else. Maybe try the internet stuff, creating videos or something.
Content creator.
Content creation, whether that be riding my dirt bike, playing the game, anything like that.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And how long you got left in school?
How long I got left in school? 2.5 years.
Let's tap in it.
Well, really 2, because if I got all my credits in my last year of school, my senior year, I only have to go half the year.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't really no school person, but I want to get your perspective because I know a lot of school is new compared to when I went to school and got out of school in 2003. And he got out before that. He's a little older than me.
Hey,
so
I ain't that old.
but we got out, 2003, somewhere further back. We was out of there. So how do you feel about school and how they, teach in new school?
Yeah, speak your brain on school, just.
I
What should school do? What should school teach?
What's your perspective?
What's your perspective on what they should teach? You know,
they should teach things that you're more likely going to use in the real world.
Name a couple of them
that they should teach.
Yeah,
they should teach like money management, taxes, like just certain things that aren't so stricken to that 85% of people are not going to do. I get like school, most people pass school, get their good grades, that way they can go to college and pursue whatever career they want to pursue. But for me, I'm not interested in that, so I don't really see the point in it besides playing football, sports.
My bad. What you get? You live?
Not yet.
Huh?
Not yet.
Oh man, why you ain't been live, bro?
I don't think about it. It be on the spot.
Yeah, buddy. You know, I had a business call, man.
Oh no, it's cool.
Yeah.
This ain't that regular. It's raw, uncut footage of real life. Like that. That's how the happening was created. Breaking barriers. Yeah. Like just this episode, y'all done broke so many barriers from a father and son perspective.
Right.
It's not shown or displayed in the world.
Right.
Most people don't even understand how important that is. But you have so many fathers incarcerated or on drugs and not present, but they don't display the ones who are. So this was an intentional podcast by God and not me.
Straight up, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
It just happened because, we got on the phone there and he was like, man, we got to do a podcast. Who will be tonight, but it's tonight. Yeah.
Yep. Say what's up, Michael. You know, Jay's Custom Trim and Remodeling, 225-603-5397.
Yeah.
Who's on there?
Who's on there?
No, we ain't
it's
worried
light.
about that.
I ain't worried about that.
Here.
Yeah. We right there. Look, over there.
We right
See?
here.
Yeah. Now speak on the school, what they need to be teaching.
Useful things.
What's useful things? Name about 10 of them.
10 useful things.
10 useful things the school should be teaching.
How to deal with traumatic experiences, because a lot of people go through it at a young age and they don't know how to cope with that, or they just don't know what to do. They're lost. I would say that. I would say.
So you're talking about coping skills.
Yeah, coping
skills. Dealing with hurt, anger, all the emotions. Mm-hmm. And we was just talking about emotions, you know. And what else would they want to teach?
Teach,
like, what you think? Financial,
everything about taxes and businesses and how to make money, and that you're not stricken to be an employee, that you can go further and create your own business, etc. And
so business management.
Yeah.
So what are they teaching right now?
What are they teaching? Yeah.
The good things I would say they're teaching is like jobs that my dad does, carpentry, welding, stuff that people are going to use, auto and body. But they teach English, math. Y'all know the basics, but
yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel about school? Like, what's your perspective on school in general?
My perspective on school, I have a positive and a negative perspective. My positive perspective on school is that, you go there with your friends, communicate, sports, just social skills.
Yeah.
And the negatives are the teaching, the whole aura and just how everything is put together. It's just the way they
the whole program, how they do it,
the whole program of it.
Yeah.
Indoctrination camp, in my opinion. It just, I don't know.
Say that again. Say that again.
The school is an indoctrination camp, in my opinion. They don't want you to become.
That's coming from a 15-year-old.
They don't want you to become. They want to keep you. They want to dumb you down. That's what I think. They don't want you to become more than what they want you to become.
More than what they teach you.
Yeah.
So basically, indoctrination camp, systematic oppression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Training you for a pre-ready workforce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay. Yes.
That's coming from a 15-year-old.
Yeah. That's deep.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to tell me?
Not that I know of right now.
What's on your mind right now? What you want to talk about?
All right, let's go in. Let's tap here. 5 core values.
Core values. What does that mean?
5 things that you stand on. You basically your character, your in core. So I'll give you a description of mine. Integrity, leadership, loyalty, trust, love. Those are my 5 core values. If I meet and encounter people that don't operate in those 5, then I just choose not to deal with them at all. Because I understand you go against what my core go against.
Right.
So if I can't meet a certain value with you at the core, then most likely you're not for me. And I'm at an age now where I understand that.
5 core values would be one to be wisdom, trust, loyalty, and just people who want to grow, people who want to do something better than what they're doing now, constantly on a day-to-day basis. No matter how good you're doing, you can always do something better and go into different areas. People who core value would be, I guess, consistency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pressure.
Yeah.
I gotta add that on my list.
Yeah.
Check out the young boy teacher.
Yeah, huh?
I like that.
Yep. Consistency.
What about you, Jay?
Yeah, without nothing, you ain't got without consistency, you have nothing. Just like going to the gym. If you don't consistently go to the gym, 5 years ago, I was 160. I'm about 205 right now, and I go to the gym consistently and make sure that I go to the gym. Like, you have an hour out your day just to go to the gym. If you want to be, and it's not necessarily healthy because you got to eat and do things healthy. I smoke cigarettes and go to the gym. You know what it is? But at the same time, I'm still going in there and trying to do a better for my body. Shit, I'm old right now. I got to go to the gym. Whether or not y'all think I'm 20 or not, but yeah. I'm gonna let y'all guess the age right quick, but yeah, it's pretty much loyalty. What else? Loyalty, love, and being you. Like, don't sit there and like try to be somebody else. Just be you, man. Like, like, I'm me. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Oh well, you don't like me, fuck you in your ass. Straight up. You hear me? I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. Like,
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, oh my God. Like, really, bro. Like, it like I don't have to be a certain way. Yeah. Sometimes my son hears me on the phone call and he'd be like, "Dad, why you talking like that?" I'm like, there's a difference in being respectful and being yourself and all that. Like, you're not gonna talk crazy when you're doing business. Like, there's a business voice you have to have. You know what I mean? To sound respectful and know that you're doing business. Like, you ain't gonna go to a contract and be like, "Man, what's down with it, man? Let me get that grandma, man." You know, yeah. Like, it just ain't the right conversation in the right place.
So it's time.
Like, you have to be versatile. Yeah. You know, you can't be just stuck. Like, you got that versatile. What else it is? Loyalty. You pretty much got me on a rock and a hard spot. I never really thought of that.
Okay.
You heard me? Like, 5 core choices. That's my homework to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't know it all. You heard me? Like, that's something I ain't never really even thought about.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
like,
not being proud of ego to even say that.
Fuck, like it's real.
You get a lot
I ain't never really even thought of it like that. You know?
Yeah.
Like really.
And I recently just learned it. It's like, I was taking in something, and when they said it, I'm like, oh wow, okay. Yeah. Now I can base a foundation on how to deal with people.
Right.
That's just self-elevation. Like, but that's consistent. It doesn't matter how long you've been here, age, none of it.
It don't matter.
If you're consistent about your evolution, you will evolve. You will eventually attract and arrive to the things that is meant for you at those times.
Right. And negativity, that's another one. Yeah. Negativity. I can't fuck with you if you negativity. If you negative, you gotta get the fuck around me. Like, cause that shit breeds in you. Like really, like you're around negative people, man, you need to just get the fuck away from them. Cause they gonna stay negative, they gonna stay like that fucking shit they be saying on Facebook. They gonna stay broke, they gonna stay fucking whining, all that old. No, man. Be positive about what you are, who you are, and what you about to do. Period. Like, cause if you ain't, the negativity gonna come, but at the same time, you don't have to be negative. You have to breathe positive and speak it into existence. I'm gonna tell you a story. I was working at the fence company, and I just got sober. I'm 6-7 months sober. One of the salesmen, and this, be careful what you say out your mouth. Salesman said he knew he was about to get fired. Well, he had one last day to go, and this man said, "I don't give a fuck if I die of a heart attack."
Oh, wow.
And you know what? That motherfucker died of a heart attack the next fucking day. I went to his funeral. Just like that. Yeah. So be careful what you say out your mouth. Like, speak good into people. Speak positive things everywhere. Don't just speak negative. Like, negative is not, no. Yeah.
And that's becoming my perspective of negative. Like the negative is only there to flip and charge the positive.
It's to flip and charge the positive. So when
I identify as negative, I automatically turn inward and go into a learning perspective. What can I learn from this so I do not think or move that way?
Right.
Because they're gonna come, and I just take it and flip it and use it where it's supposed to be used at, instead of sitting in it or indulging in it and letting it manifest something that I don't really even got inside of me.
Right.
Yeah.
And to think about it, there's 3 lines. There goes the numbers. People say you deal with numbers. There's 3 lines in positive and negative.
Yeah.
There go the numbers 3, 6, 9.
Yeah.
And on the 12, you know, if you take that negative and just strike one line across it, there's your positive right there.
Yeah. That.
And then you cross it out.
Yeah. That's good.
You know what I mean? It's still there.
Yeah.
Because you just made it a positive.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much how you put it in its perspective. The negative's going to come, but when the negative comes, you know how to approach the negative. Put a little strike on top of it. Now it becomes positive.
Okay.
You know?
That's dope.
Yeah. That literally just popped in my brain.
One of those God moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's present at all times.
Yeah. You know?
Yes, sir.
With a negative, there's always going to be a positive. That's like the same thing people say they don't believe in God. If there's bad stuff and there's a negative out there, there's not just going to be only negative. There's going to be a positive. Yeah. If they got demons and all kinds of other crazy stuff in the world, they got to have something good out there, or it wouldn't even make no sense.
Right.
That's good. That's good. Well, we've been in for an hour. This the happening. It only gets realer from here. Raw and uncut footage. It's not an all men's podcast. However, you will see a lot more men in these early on episodes. God is calling his men back to the forefront for leadership, entrepreneurship, discipleship. Real teaching from real authentic people. It's on a positive track. it really doesn't attract the negativity. If it's present, it's only be present to be scratched out. He just told you that. To flip it to back what it was.
To flip it to back what it was.
To show you a direction and a path that's straightforward. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, this is the happening, and it just happened.
Oh my God! And it's Jay Walker.